experience. It's the teacher of all things. Its lessons propel you forward to overcome obstacles and learn how far you can go. It's what makes you, you. And it's at the heart of every Macquarie University degree. It means you can combine virtual and on-campus learning and personalise your degree. With courses co-created by industry leaders and degrees with inbuilt internships, you learn directly from those with experience. When you're powered by our collective, you get the experience you need to get ahead. You become more than just you. You become you to the power of us. Macquarie University.
Well, good morning. Welcome to this morning's graduation ceremony. It's a very special occasion. Very special for graduates on my right, but family and friends who've come to support them. It's wonderful that you are here. There's a few things to go through first. Can you make sure all mobile phones have been turned to silent? We appreciate that. You're welcome to take photographs, but we ask that you don't stand and impede the view of people behind. We ask that you don't stand in the centre aisle nor approach the stage at any time. If we need to evacuate, please follow the directions of the security staff. Okay, we haven't needed them. They haven't had any practice for a long, long time. So let's hope they don't want any today. If you've left items in the cloakroom, please collect those as soon as possible after the end of the ceremony. Today's ceremony is being streamed live on Macquarie University's YouTube channel, and the feedback that we are getting is tremendous. They really appreciate this initiative from the university. So people who can't be here, particularly overseas, but people interstate that can't get here. So graduands, if you've ordered plaques or frames, please collect those at the end of the ceremony. There's also facilities out the back behind us here for portrait photography, family portraits, individual portraits. You have to go outside to access that, but please avail yourself of that opportunity. I think that's it. Anyone think of anything I should be saying? No? Okay, if you can't think of anything I should be saying, then I don't know what to say. So I'll go over here and talk to graduands. Well, graduands, congratulations. Well done, well done. And you can finally say, I've made it. You probably said that a long time ago when you've actually finished your studies. But yes, a lot of hard work, and my sympathies with you. For the purposes of today, you are graduands. You haven't graduated here at the moment, but I know, just looking at some of the robes that are being worn, that you've graduated before. Somewhere, if not here. And that's a shame if it was somewhere else. You know, it should have been here, shouldn't it? But you're here now, that's the main thing. So what's the process? The official party will enter the graduation hall, take their positions on stage. The national anthem will be played. We ask you to remove your bonnets or trenchers. At the conclusion, you sit down, put that bag on, that's on the left, okay? In most cases, I think it's probably secured there, particularly the boaters. But nonetheless, when we go around the back, there'll be some helpers around there to straighten that out. Okay, so we'll sit down. There'll be a welcome to country from Uncle Chris Tobin. he will address you from that lectern there. Following that, the presiding officer will address you from the same lectern. He'll talk to you about something, but he'll address you. And following that, he will invite the occasional speaker to address you as well, and that will be from that lectern. Now, following that is the important part. It's when you change from graduands to graduates. So you'll be asked to stand. Presiding officer will seek assurances from the registrar, acting registrar, that you've satisfied all the requirements for the award of your degree. I imagine you have. You wouldn't be here, would you, if you hadn't? But anyway, nonetheless, that assurance is part of the requirements. Okay? So you'll be asked to stand for that. Presiding officer will confer your degrees upon you. You go around the back. Well, an usher will collect the last row, take you around the back. Bring your phones with you. Don't leave them behind, please. Where you'll be given one of these. Yours will be slightly different. The PhDs are slightly different. It won't be like this. It's a bit up class. Yeah. You'll get one of these. Inside is your testament plus your academic transcript. We ask you to hold it in your left hand, like that. Now, I said bring your phones with you. What we'll do, if you have a pocket, please put it in your pocket, okay? That's the best place for it. If you cannot put it in a pocket, bring it with you. Bring everything with you. Put your phone there, and we'll put that in front, and you hold it like that, okay? Now, you hold it like this, so it's open, not like this. It's a bit casual, but a little bit more formal. And I'll explain a little bit later why. So you've got this. You'll proceed up a ramp at that side, behind that screen, of course, and there'll be a marshal up there who will read your name. Okay? Make sure you are the right person. You'll be asked then to walk across to the presenting officer at that far lectern. Presenting officer over there will read your name and then do that, and we ask you to reciprocate. So you just do that in return. Now, for our Masters of Research, right, our Masters of Research and our PhDs, presenting officer not only will read your name, but read the title of your thesis, okay? So we ask that you don't leave that spot over there until the presenting officer has finished reading the title of your thesis. Okay. Then you walk across to here, where the presiding officer is. Presiding officer will shake your hand. If you don't want to shake the presiding officer's hand, just do that and nod. Now, the official photographer's there. But before you come across here and you get halfway and you say, oh, I forgot to do this, don't worry, you don't have to go back and have another go. Okay? Just keep coming across here till you get to these X's for your official photograph. Presiding officer, as I said, will shake your hand. Now, another important part here, this is the official photograph of your graduation. All right? No other official photograph. So it has to be the best photograph that's ever been taken of you. Okay? And to go part of that way, make sure you're smiling when the photographer's down there. Okay. Now, why I emphasise this is that when you go out the back later, there's half a dozen laptop computers. You may have seen them if you walk that way. You'll be given a card as you come down the stairs, the ramp over there, and it will have a number on it. You go to one of those laptops and you punch in the number and your photograph will appear. Now, if you look at that photograph and you say, oh, I don't like that, you can't come back and have another go. Okay? So it's a one-off only. So make it, as I say, make it the best photograph. All right, once you've shaken hands with the presenting officer, I'll get it right in a minute. The main guy, walk across the stage This way. Please don't go down the centre aisle. This way and out that opening there. Now, we've had to put a barrier up here because others wanted to take another option of getting down there. And it happened. It happened. And even after we put the barrier up there, it still happened. So, you know, these people with degrees still want to jump off. And they did. A couple did jump off the edge. Anyway, out this opening, you go down the ramp. As I said, you'll be given a piece of cardboard with a number on it. That's for your photographs outside. Go back to the row. An usher will put you into a row. Just walk along that empty row. So you won't be in the same seat, okay? You won't be in the same seat, except you 5, because I want you to come back and take those 5 seats. I don't want you to go all the way along, because we keep these for the people in red. Okay, so these are your seats now and until the end of the ceremony. So an usher will make sure that no one else sits there. And if they don't, you can punch them in the nose. So come along and sit down. At the end of that, one of you fine folk, a young woman over here, will come up and give the graduate speaker's address from this lectern. At the conclusion, there'll be a musical interlude, and then the ceremony will be closed. The presiding officer will close the ceremony. Everyone will be asked to stand. The academic procession out through the back door, outside where there'll be some light refreshments. Okay? Now, when you're on stage with your phones, you know, in your pocket or there, please we ask that there be no selfies. Okay? No selfies. And you can take as many as you like outside, but not as part of the ceremony. Thank you. So you're now graduate. Well, you will not just now, but you will be graduates at some stage today. And congratulations. Well done. And have a good time.
Congratulations on your graduation, the start of a bright future, a future that Macquarie University wants to share with you. As a graduate, you are now part of our alumni community, a vast connected network that spans the globe, with thought leadership and networking events, locally and around the world, where you can connect with other alumni, find a future employer or employee. Also, as part of the alumni community, you have access to a wide range of benefits, including special discounts, free access to the library for life, an alumni e-magazine, special events, networks, and career and professional development opportunities. We celebrate and champion our graduate stories and achievements, so stay connected and stay informed. Graduation is an amazing milestone and one step on a lifelong partnership with Macquarie. That's you to the power of us. Stay connected by letting us know where your journey takes you. Simply update your details at mq.edu.au/alumni.
Shortly, the official party will enter the graduation hall. When they've taken their positions on stage, Advance Australia Fair will be played, and we invite you to join in the singing of the National Anthem. Could you please stand for the academic procession?
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and a well-fought toil. Our home is girt by sea, our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional acknowledgement of country.
Thank you. Budri Molinul, everyone. Good morning. And Nalawa, welcome. We begin today by acknowledging that we meet together here in Wallamata, the traditional country of the Darug people and the ancestral clan lands of the Wallamedical, the Snapperfish people. I wish to pay my respects to those that went before us, our elders and our ancestors, and thank the university for the invitation to come and do the Acknowledgement of Country here with you. The Acknowledgement of Country for me is one of the beautiful and encouraging features of contemporary Australia, where we get the opportunity to pay our respects to Aboriginal people and affirm ourselves as a community or a nation that works together in common purpose for the social and environmental healing of our country. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected cleverman and elder of the neighbouring Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. And so he enrolled his daughter Bullangai, or Maria as she is known, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and eventually secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them there, seeking refuge during the brutal displacement of Aboriginal people throughout the 1800s. And the place became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We're very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably better understood in traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. See, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 250 years ago, he described the people he encountered as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and fed their families from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, no rents or mortgages, no armies, no homelessness. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands are maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them, as they've done here in Wallamata for the past 20,000 years. So please consider, this is not a dream or an ideal yet to be realised. This is normal life for people and for the longest time. And there's no good reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we are a clever people, and there is still much magic in the world, I like to believe. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, we are naturally happy, and normally very good at looking after each other and the planet. I would just ask that you share your skills with the rest of us where you can, and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this, and I'm confident we can put together a world we can be proud of and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you. Have a wonderful day and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Yana.
Distinguished guests, I'm pleased to introduce Pro-Chancellor of Macquarie University, Professor Nick Mansfield.
Thanks very much, Chris Tobin, for your acknowledgement of country. We're gathered here today to celebrate the value and meaning and significance of education, and it adds a huge amount of value to this event to be able to connect it to the strong and long traditions of wisdom, knowledge and education that have been taking place on these lands for many thousands of years. Your coming along and giving the acknowledgement is a great honour to the university and adds a lot to the ceremony, and we thank you very much. Colleagues, guests, families and friends of our graduates, and most importantly, all our graduates, it's my distinct honour and pleasure to welcome you here today to this graduation ceremony. I bring our graduates and their guests a special greeting from the members of the Macquarie University Council, the university's governing body. It's our hope that today is a very happy and memorable occasion for all of you. Now, I notice there might be a couple of small children here, maybe even a baby or two here this morning, and I want you to know that they are especially welcome. I also want you to know we do not expect small children to remain either still or quiet during the course of a long graduation ceremony. This is very much an event for families and friends, and young children are especially welcome. Today is a milestone day. Today we celebrate the wonderful achievements of those of you about to graduate. Completing a university degree is not an easy thing. It requires an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination and perseverance, and you've made many sacrifices along the way in pursuit of your end goal. But now you have made it, and I look forward to personally congratulating each and every one of you. I also want to especially welcome the families, supporters and friends of our graduates here with us today as invited guests. The fact that you've been invited by one of our graduates just to join in the celebration of one of the most important and memorable days of their lives shows that you've been a positive and important influence. So to our invited guests, congratulations to you as well, and thank you for sharing this celebration with us. Universities are different from schools, colleges, and other educational institutions in that they link teaching, the sharing of knowledge and ideas, with research, the discovery and formulation of new knowledge and new ways of thinking. There are very few innovations in our world, whether it be in how we're treated when we're sick, how we interact with our environment, the technologies that increasingly define our work, communication, and entertainment, how we are educated, the laws we live by, policies our governments pursue, or the debates that define how we will live, think, and make values that are not touched by or even initiated in university research. A university education teaches you not only skills and knowledge, but gives you an awareness of how truth and new ideas develop, how they are tested, and how they are validated. Innovation is at the heart of every university and therefore also challenge, difficulty, and the excitement that go with them. Macquarie University is at the forefront of innovation and challenge. It was at Macquarie University, for example, in work done in conjunction with the CSIRO, that the world's first working WLAN microchip on which current Wi-Fi technology depends was developed, a technology that most of us carry around with us all of the time, that we depend on constantly, and that many of you will use to record today's events. It's this spirit of innovation we celebrate especially in the graduation of our PhD candidates, who are being awarded the world's highest academic qualification for projects that by definition must be original, groundbreaking and forward-thinking, no matter what the field. Everyone who's graduating today has had to confront these challenges of innovation, of new ways of thinking and of change, a process that I'm sure has had its surprises and difficulties and confounding moments, as well as moments of anxiety, uncertainty, and stress. But graduates, you have confronted these challenges and you have won through. You have faced uncertainty and difficulty, you have been assessed against high standards, world-class standards, and you have met with success. You should be very proud of what you've accomplished. It is not a small achievement. The university is certainly proud of you and what you have achieved. But we at Macquarie are also very much aware that education is not simply an academic matter. It's fundamentally about people and human relationships. The university strives to be an hospitable, open and supportive environment. The friendliness, inclusiveness and approachability of Macquarie staff and students, for example, is often commented on by visitors from around Australia and overseas. This is inherent to our culture and we intend that it will always remain so. Remember, you will always be welcome here. Macquarie University will always be a leader in learning and teaching and a leader in the accumulation of wisdom, knowledge and understanding. However, our collective journey is about building community, where we have shared values and where we care about each other, even when our points of view on some matters might diverge. It's that combination of intellectual endeavour and human care that defines what a university is all about. Guests, academic and professional colleagues, and most importantly, our graduates, I offer you the warmest of welcomes to Macquarie University on this grand occasion. In just a few minutes, it will be my great honour and pleasure to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. But it's now my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Catherine Kinder. Catherine Kinder is a master's qualified physicist with a background in photonics, precision instrumentation and metrology. Catherine graduated from Macquarie University with a Bachelor of Advanced Science in Physics and went on to complete a Master of Science in Precision Instrumentation and Measurement at the Australian National University. With experience in both research and industry, she's passionate about turning fundamental science into real-world technologies. In her role as a photonics engineer at Advanced Navigation, Catherine develops advanced optical hardware for next-generation inertial navigation systems. Driven by curiosity and enthusiasm for science and engineering, Catherine enjoys sharing her love of science and engineering to inspire innovation and discovery. I now invite Catherine Kinder to deliver the occasional address.
Good morning, everyone. I want to first start out by thanking the presiding officer, members of the faculty, staff, distinguished guests, as well as the graduates and their families and friends for the privilege of being here today. It's a joy to celebrate with you, and congratulations. It feels like just yesterday that I was here at the university every day for classes and labs, studying with friends and enjoying the best years of my life. I was a physics undergraduate here, and this campus holds some of my most formative memories. Every graduating class has its own story and its own set of challenges to overcome on the path to this ceremony. For my class, that lap came with an obstacle none of us saw coming. I remember it vividly. It was the beginning of my final undergrad year when COVID-19 hit Australia. The world unexpectedly changed. Suddenly, our loud, fun, and collaborative study sessions became muted Zoom calls. Our hands-on labs were replaced by simulations on a screen. The fun times hanging out in the computer lab after class, the shared laughter over a difficult assignment, the simple act of being together, it all just stopped. It was a difficult and isolating adjustment. But we persevered. We learned to adapt, be resilient, and find new ways to connect and collaborate. Now, my reason for sharing this today isn't to dwell on the past, but to highlight a truth about any career in science and engineering. Your path will be defined by unforeseen problems. And just as my cohort did, you've proven your ability to meet your own challenges head-on to be sitting here today. That resilience is one of the most valuable skills you now possess. And despite the challenges, I hope you also remember the sheer joy of this place. I hope you cherish the memories of late nights in the library, fueled by caffeine, staring at a problem set that felt impossible until all of a sudden it wasn't. The moment when a complex concept finally clicks into place is absolutely magical. I remember the fun of conducting research projects and being trusted to explore a small corner of the universe that no one had looked into at quite the same way before. You've learnt some of the hardest things you'll ever study, and you made it through. Never forget that. Now, I know what might be on the minds of many of you. You're sitting there, feeling proud of your achievements and happy to have made it through, and absolutely rightly so. But some of you may also be a little nervous. You're looking at the world, reading the headlines, and wondering, what's next? Is there a job for me out there? That is a perfectly normal feeling. But let me tell you this, you're way more prepared than you might realize. Your degree is not just a piece of paper with a title on it. It's proof that you possess a set of incredibly valuable and highly transferable skills. You've been trained to break down massive, complex problems into smaller, more manageable parts. You know how to analyze data, identify patterns, and draw logical conclusions. You've learnt how to think critically, how to approach a problem with a hypothesis, and how to methodically test it. These skills are not just for the lab or the research paper. They're for the boardroom, the startup, the hospital, the trading floor, or even the policy briefing. A company doesn't just hire a physicist, they hire a meticulous problem solver. They don't just hire an engineer, they hire an expert in systems thinking. Your scientific training is like a multi-purpose tool for the modern world, and it'll open doors you might not even be able to see yet. For me, my journey at Macquarie Uni led me to pursue a master's degree, and today I work as a photonics engineer right here in Sydney at a company called Advanced Navigation. Using the principles of fiber optics and interferometry, we build some of the world's most precise and reliable navigation systems that work without connection to GPS. And the foundational principles of light and electromagnetism that make this technology work, I first wrestled with them right here at Macquarie, literally in 14 SCO. This university taught me not just what to think, but how to think. As you stand at this crossroads in the transition from uni into your careers, you might feel a little bit nervous, you might not know where you want to head next, and you might even hear a lot of opinions. You might feel a bit uncertain. People might tell you what you should do. I urge you to listen politely and then listen to yourself. Don't let anyone else define your potential or your path. Your degree doesn't put you in a box, it gives you a launch pad. If you want to pursue an academic career, absolutely go for it. If you want to use your engineering skills to design sustainable infrastructure, do it. If you discover that your passion lies in teaching, or science communication, or even art inspired by the natural world, follow that. The only measure of a successful career is that it brings you fulfillment and makes you happy to get to work in the morning. Finally, I want to leave you with one last piece of advice, something that I'm still learning every day. Don't be afraid to be wrong, and never be afraid to ask for help. You're graduating today with a toolbox of knowledge and skills in your field, but you're also graduating as a novice in the grand scheme of your life and career. You're not expected to have all the answers. In the workplace and the world generally, the smartest and most respected people in the room aren't the ones who pretend to know everything. They're the ones who ask the most questions. They're the first to say, "I don't understand, can you explain that?" And they're the quickest to admit, "My initial assumption was wrong, let's try a new approach." Be curious, you have a lifetime of learning ahead of you, and today is just the beginning. Embracing this mindset is not a weakness, it's your greatest strength. So, as you step out of this hall and into the future, carry the lessons of this journey with you. You're armed with one of the most powerful things in the world, a scientific mind. Congratulations again, everyone, you've earned this.
Thanks very much, Catherine, for that warm and encouraging address as well. Thank you, and thank you for giving up your time and coming along this morning. As Pro-Chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees on those who've complied with the university's requirements for awards. I now call on Acting Registrar, Professor Simon Handley, to formally certify the eligibility of those who've met the requirements for awards.
Pro-Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those that are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Pro-Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Pro-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Science and Engineering. I now call upon Professor David Coates, Head of School, Mathematics and Physical Sciences at the Faculty of Science and Engineering, to present the graduates. Professor Coates.
So the Faculty of Science and Engineering is a dynamic faculty driven by the spirit of discovery, striving to nurture the next generation of science and technology innovators. We endeavour to be the best for the world. We deliver world-class education to enable our students to reach their full potential and work with our communities to discover and innovate with sustainability at our core. We have a wonderful mix of science and engineering together in a single faculty, which means we can conduct research from fundamental science through to developing new technologies for the 21st century. I'll give you just a few examples of the exciting work underway in the faculty. In our School of Natural Sciences, our researchers have developed a science-based system for managing rivers, which is now used all around the world. And researchers in our Centre of Excellence in Synthetic Biology are engineering microbes to turn agricultural waste into sustainable products, building a new bio-based economy. Astronomers in our School of Mathematical and Physical Sciences are answering big questions such as how the atoms that make up us all were forged in the explosions of ancient stars. They do this using instruments built here at AAO Macquarie. The AAO is a dedicated team of scientists and engineers who make specialist equipment to work with the world's largest telescopes to enable astronomers to explore the cosmos. In our School of Computing, our researchers make fundamental advances in security and cryptography so that we can trust the information technologies that our lives now so depend upon. In our School of Engineering, we're hoping to build the next generation of communications technologies such as 5G and 6G mobile networks. In our Department of Applied Biosciences, we work closely with our industry and government partners to develop solutions to solve challenging problems such as how to prevent the Queensland fruit fly from devastating fruit crops. Pro-Chancellor, I present to you graduates from the Faculty of Science and Engineering whom you have admitted to degrees or awarded diplomas. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Diploma of Engineering. Mohammed Abul Kashim Azad. Hagen Martinez. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Diploma of Information Technology, Ali Hassan. Brian Lim Yen Nang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechanical Engineering with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Thomas Day Correa. Amanda Gao. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechatronic Engineering with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Devon Rajakaruna. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Software Engineering with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Asha Hussain. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours with the degree of Bachelor of Science, Tor Lawrence. Japhne Sundarel. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Information Technology and Bachelor of Engineering Honours. Anishan Garithasan. Mackenzie Holden. Peter Kwan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Engineering Honours. Angus Chi. Marcus Hudson. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Cyber Security, Yvonne Smith. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Science, Nikita Komarov. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Cyber Security, Ethan Tran. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Media and Communications and Bachelor of Cyber Security, Claire Aruyo. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Cyber Security, Akif Ansari. I think we had a mistake there. So Anthony, I'd like to read, this was Anthony who's just graduating? Yes, apologies, Anthony. So that was Anthony Abuhamad. Congratulations to Anthony. Our next graduate is Akif Ansari. Congratulations. Felix Barker. Joseph Bachara. Danvir Bagava. Lachlan Burns. Nicholas Chavez. Alexander Drabinik. Miguel Fernandez Smith. Stephen Filbert. Hangai Ganzurg. Noel Jens. Anthony Grasso. Lachlan Grogan. Alex Hay. Samantha Hoofnagels. Robert Hooper. Edward Shu. Arfan Urshad. David Kang. Ria Karakakis. Jordan Cavalaris. Ahmed Khalid. Sami Kankan Mohammed. Azadeh Karavi Farsani. Yongzu Lee. Joshua Yu. Anurag Malish. Cameron Mitchinson. Fawaz Muhammad. Kash Nazari. Swastika Nayupani. Alexander Nikhil. Chris No. Nathaniel J. Ortanes. Pankti Patel. Samuel Platz. Hansen Kwach. Lachlan Roscarroll. Aaron Kumar Silvam. Paritosh Sharma. Sergil Siddiqui. Stuti Sigdal. Tam Ting Tang. Samuel Westrad. Alex Wong. Anthony Abu Hamid. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Game Design and Development. Benedict Clayton. Tia McCauley. Jack Nguyen Phuc. Habir Singh. Yangwoo Zhou. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science. Karen Gerges. Lucas Hallett. Leilani Nyman. Shujani Putini Wasum. Adrian Spence. Jacob Sullivan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Applied Statistics, recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence, Huang Vu Lei. Jean E. Tsi. Osbert Brian Ulysses. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Science. Farzan Afzal. Puneeth Reddy Anireddy. Smith Celestine Aseo. Darpan Bagrawat. Yung Huang Yung. Nadun Chundrabahu Gunranasilaga Dom. Ilgaz Halafayolu. Mahan Hassan. Shirin Jabaria Kazlu. Jiun Kim. Ganshimeg Lakfasuran. Venela Nilapati. Recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence, Niyati. Priyam Nikhil Padia. Pranjakt Suresh Patil. Liam Pearson. Spandana Ravula. Saksham Sharma. Recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence, Perinya Sotsai. Afsana Ferdus Surovi. Ruchira Naresh Tatkar. Vedant Dinishbhai Tiwari. Hiral Vipulbhai Fugela. Wai Kin Wong. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Engineering in Electronics Engineering. Waleed Ahmed. Urunima De Puja. Hajru Yusuf. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Engineering Management, Shadrach Emmanuel Denzel Ravinda. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Information Systems Management, Anna Rizki Aji. Gargan Enrora. Hasanul Benna. Atish Kaushik Dani. Sonori Marina Daratna. Ojaswi Kafle. Neha Kalifula. Rohel Mian. Akash Chandra Paul. Deepanka Shaha. Mohammed Sheikh. Sonia. Gino Sunny. Mohammed Mamun Adin. Pro Chancellor, a higher degree by research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is research. Our Master of Research is a 2-year full-time equivalent research training degree consisting of research-based coursework, postgraduate research training, and a major research project. Graduates had focused on a specific research topic to produce a thesis of up to 20,000 words in preparation for a doctoral degree. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research. Lachlan Barnes for a thesis entitled Quantifying Radio Source Morphologies. Yu Ho Enoch Chan for a thesis entitled Towards Benchmarking Automated Machine Learning Frameworks in the Age of Generative AI. Fazana Iqbal for a thesis entitled A Micro and Macro Scale Study of Colloidal Silica Treated Sydney River Sand for Ground Improvement. They'll be joined on stage by the supervisors. Benjamin Jesse for a thesis entitled Enhancing Compression Efficiency Through Hypercubes, a Data Reconstruction Framework. The Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to graduates who have demonstrated the capacity to conduct research independently by forming a distinct contribution to the knowledge of the subject and to afford evidence of coherence and originality, shown either by the discovery of new facts or by the exercise of independent critical power. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and they will be joined on the stage by their supervisors if present today as well. I present Dr. Katerina Andrich for a thesis entitled High Resolution Polarimetric Imaging of Second Generation Protoplanetary Disks. I invite Katerina to stay on the stage as well for our next presentation. Dr. Maxim Mohoris-Ang for a thesis entitled Photospheric Chemical Depletion in Post-AGB, Post-RGB Binaries with Second Generation Protoplanetary Disks. Please have photos together. We have a special occasion today. Our two PhD graduates on stage are a couple, a fiancé. So congratulations. Dr. Mohammed Hassan Ali Bajwa for a thesis entitled A Conversational Agent Architecture for Tailored Ethics Training via a Serious Game. Dr. Sarah Elizabeth Caddy for a thesis entitled Astronomical Ideas to Innovation. Dr. Pung Fei Ding awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Research for a thesis entitled Few-Shot Learning on Heterogeneous Graphs. Dr. Jemmy Geordie for a thesis entitled Quantum Control of Nanodiamond Nitrogen Vacancy Spin Ensembles. And Dr. Geordie will be joined by her husband on this stage as well. Dr. Ji Guan for a thesis entitled Towards Adversarial Robust Learning on Multimodal Neural Networks. Dr. Fariba Lutfi awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Research for a thesis entitled Enhancing Image Annotation Through Data Storytelling and Contextualization. The degree was jointly supervised with Sharif University of Technology, Iran, under a Cotatel PhD agreement. Dr. Vedant Sunsare for a thesis entitled Oscillatory Design for Systems-Based Ethical Gameplay. Dr. Ferdos Sharifi for a thesis entitled Efficient Strategies for Computation Offloading and Content Caching in Multi-Tier Fog Networks. The degree was jointly supervised with Sharif University of Technology under a Cotatel PhD agreement. Dr. Annabelle Webb for a thesis entitled Penalised Likelihood Estimation of Joint Models for Partly Interval Censored Survival and Longitudinal Data. Pro-Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Science and Engineering.
Pro-Chancellor, I call upon Dr. Katerina Andrich, who graduated with a Doctor of Philosophy, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Dr. Katerina Andrich.
if you had to choose only one takeaway from your degree, what would it be? Specialized skill, people you met here, the habit of asking critical questions, or something completely different? Dear Pro-Chancellor, members of university, fellow graduates, family and friends, my name is Katarina Andrich. I am graduating today with a Doctor of Philosophy in Physics and Astronomy, and it is a great honor to speak on behalf of our cohort. I started my PhD at Macquarie in 2021 as an anxious international student, far from home, building a life in a new country in a language that wasn't mine. I worried about fitting in, about finding my people, and if I'm honest, about whether I was good enough. Over these 4 years, I've learned a lot. And one of the most valuable things Macquarie gave me was exposure to diversity in people, ideas, and approaches within a community that treats difference as a strength. Macquarie helped me step outside my own perspective and showed me that the world is complex, contradictory, messy, and still beautiful. And in this world, the choices that last are the ones that build on curiosity, evidence, and honest conversations. One of my favorite lines in Ukrainian literature is "Сміливі завжди мають щастя." Fortune favors the brave. And to me, this bravery is not only about heroics. It's also about our everyday choices. Beginning something new, being honest with ourselves, and admitting if we are wrong. My PhD journey wasn't smooth, and I doubt anyone's journey is. As a Ukrainian, I've learned how quickly life can shatter any carefully laid plans. In those moments, 3 things mattered: show up, ask for help, and hold on to your values. Early on, my supervisor told me, "You'll have good weeks and bad weeks, but keep showing up." That simple advice became a practice, and that practice carried me here today. But I didn't make it here alone. To my supervisor and mentor, Associate Professor Devika Kamas, thank you for your guidance, for your patience and belief. To my research group, colleagues and friends, thank you for our conversations, coffees, and reminders that we all struggle and sometimes feel like imposters, but it doesn't make us one. To my family and friends here and overseas, your support travels across time zones and reminded me that I was never alone. Finally, to graduates of 2025, you carried yourself through quiet weeks and tough weeks, through setbacks and breakthroughs, and you emerged stronger. Take the curiosity that got you here, the resilience that kept you here, and the values that shaped you here, and use them to build the world you want to see. And if you hold on to only one takeaway from your journey, let it be this: be brave and keep showing up. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those remarks, Katarina, and congratulations again.
Caro
That was Angela Brewer. Angela is the founder and artistic director of Coast Opera Australia. Will you please join me in thanking her again for that superb performance? Please also join me in thanking our musicians. On the organ, Heather Moen-Boyd. And on the trumpet, Melanie McLaughlin. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank representatives from our alumni community who've generously offered their time to come along today and ensure that the event runs smoothly. And finally, please join me in thanking our technical staff who ensure that the proceedings can be seen and heard, not just by all of us here today in the hall, but for those watching the event on live stream around the world. Graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it certainly does not represent the end of your association with us. From today onwards, you are now part of the bigger Macquarie family. Our alumni network, which has over 243,000 graduate members living in more than 150 countries around the world, now welcomes you to its fold. We look forward to seeing you back on campus to attend alumni events, to undertake further study, or simply to visit our beautiful surrounds and reminisce about the good times you had here as a Macquarie University student. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. We urge you to commit to lifelong learning and inquiry. We urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. We urge you to continue the hard work that has already brought you this far. And remember, the world isn't only changed by the great leaps forward of an Albert Einstein or a Marie Curie, but by the many contributions, small and large, of people just like you. At Macquarie, we pride ourselves on developing each and every one of our students into engaged community citizens and leaders. So we urge you to always give thought to what you can do for others along the way. You don't have to do much sometimes to make a real difference to someone's life. Sometimes a small gesture or a kind word can mean an enormous amount. We challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet on life's journey. Our hope is that as graduates of Macquarie University, you'll use what you've learnt here not only for your own benefit, but also for the benefit of our communities. And in all you do, we charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. It's also our hope that you always remember people who've helped you along the way, many of whom are here with us in the hall today. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. First, I'd like all of our new graduates to please stand. Now, I want you to place your testamas on the seats behind you and turn around to face your families and friends. And now it's time to give them a mighty round of applause. Graduates, you can turn around now, but please don't sit down just yet. Here on the dais behind me are representatives of the university's academic staff who've supported you throughout your journey, so please join me in thanking them. Graduates, please remain standing, but do pick up your testamas from the seats behind you. We don't want you to leave them behind. The official party will soon leave the graduation hall, followed by the graduates in procession. As we do, our organist will play the traditional recessional music of graduation, which has been played at ceremonies just like this one down through the centuries. There's an age-old set of Latin lyrics to this music, which begins, Gaudeamus igitur dum summus juvenes. Translation, this graduation exit song begins, "Therefore let us rejoice, for we will always be young." The song speaks in a whimsical way of youth and old age at the same time, of the brevity of life and the inevitability of death, of the state and the city, and of happiness. So again, to our newest graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for futures filled with success, satisfaction, and most of all, with happiness. Now might I ask everyone to please stand. Shortly, I'll lead the official party out to be followed by the graduates. I then invite you all to follow the graduates from the hall around to the concourse behind the building where we can enjoy some refreshments. Closing today's wonderful celebration of your achievements, I say again, Gaudiamus igitur. Therefore, let us rejoice.